The city lights sparkled beneath the cold night sky. But to Amelia Grant, they felt distant, mocking, even. Just a week ago, she had been the woman everyone envied, a respected corporate strategist, admired for her sharp mind and unshakable confidence. But all of that had been stripped away, not by accident, but by betrayal. Her colleague, and once closest friend, Daniel Cross, had humiliated her in front of the entire board. He had stolen her project, twisted the narrative, and left her to take the blame for financial missteps she had warned the company about months earlier. Overnight, Amelia's reputation crumbled. Whispers filled the hallways. Friends turned into strangers. By the end of the week, she was let go, with a bland handshake and a hollow smile from the very executives she once guided. For days, she sat in silence, replaying the scene in her mind. Daniel's smug grin as he accepted applause. The board members nodding in approval. And worst of all, the look of pity in her coworkers' eyes. Pity. Amelia hated that more than hatred itself. But pity would soon turn into fear. Amelia didn't waste time wallowing. She had spent years building a career on analyzing weaknesses, predicting moves before anyone else could. Now, she redirected that precision toward a new target. Daniel Cross. She started small. A rumor here, a whisper there. An email, accidentally, forwarded to the wrong recipient. She knew Daniel's secrets, his late night gambling habits, the affair he thought no one knew about, the manipulative way he handled company funds. With careful precision, Amelia began planting seeds of doubt in the right ears. Meanwhile, she crafted a new identity for herself in the shadows of the corporate world. Consulting under a discreet pseudonym, she found clients who valued loyalty and sharp strategy. Each deal she secured made her stronger, while Daniel remained blissfully unaware that the cracks in his empire were of her design. Weeks later, Daniel found himself under investigation. Auditors raised questions about missing funds. His mistress, conveniently exposed, became a scandal that reached the boardroom. Yet Daniel, arrogant as ever, dismissed it as bad luck. He didn't yet realize he was playing a game Amelia had rigged from the start. The final blow came during the company's annual gala. Daniel stood on stage, dressed in his tailored suit, pretending nothing was wrong. He spoke of integrity, vision, and leadership, with a voice as polished as ever. Then the screens lit up. At first, it was just numbers, financial charts displaying inconsistencies. Then came images, Daniel's gambling slips, hotel receipts, compromising photographs, and finally, a recorded call, spliced together from his own careless words, where he admitted to framing Amelia for the project's downfall. Gasps filled the hall. Board members froze. His wife stormed out, and Daniel, for the first time, looked terrified. At the back of the room, Amelia watched, unseen in the crowd. She didn't need applause or recognition. Watching him crumble under the weight of his own sins was more than enough. In the weeks that followed, Daniel's career disintegrated. The company ousted him, his reputation shattered, and creditors circled like vultures. He tried to fight back, but every move he made had already been anticipated. Amelia had ensured there was no escape. For her, however, the story wasn't about destroying him, it was about reclaiming herself. She didn't need revenge to heal, but it reminded her of who she truly was. A woman who refused to be silenced, underestimated, or betrayed. One evening, as she stood on the balcony of her new office, her own firm, her own name shining on the building, Amelia allowed herself a small smile. Daniel Cross was nothing more than a cautionary tale now. Betrayal had nearly broken her. But in the end, it only sharpened her blade. Because some debts aren't paid in money, they're paid in ruin.